Well, great start to loading in. Falling through the world. Always a great thing to have happen. If I somehow died to falling through the world when loading in, I would be very disappointed in this. Okay. Yeah, but that's a cow. Okay. Okay. Hopefully everything will load in. Okay, seems that everything is working. Okay, definitely needs to figure out why that latency is as bad as it is. Okay, let's see if this actually works. Is this actually working? Okay, I don't really know what exactly the issue is and why it's the latency is so is like it is. It shouldn't be. I'll check that out and try and fix that before next time, if there's a next time type thing. Because I'm hoping to get back into doing this on a more regular basis without no promises. Let's get rid of this tree. It's kind of in the way of the path a little. Because I'm thinking I might do some custom trees later on. Just to kind of bring the area to life as we expand it. Let's see. Why is it doing this? I thought I fixed that. Okay. If anybody... But if I don't do... I need 60 mana, 9 mana. Yeah, it almost instantly ends. Why is that? What is the issue it's having? Could it be a conflict with aeronautics or something? But I don't see... I've used it before in similar packs and haven't had this issue. I don't have a better combat in this, do I? No, I don't. Could be a conflict between those two of those. But I don't know. Oh well, not like we're going to be doing too much in the way of combat, most likely. Probably just setting up the first basic infrastructure, maybe. Though I do wish it would allow me to have some magic, considering that was kind of the goal of the first little kingdom that was going to be made. Oh, that was a big tree. I might have to look at the pack and just see if I can fix that later. Okay. Definitely wish I could find some spruce and dark oak. Because as much as I like this building I've found, the block palette is definitely on the pricey side. Yeah, definitely on the pricey side. What I put? There we go. Yeah, so I think... Why is there a creeper there? And of course it destroyed a stair. Don't happen to have any spruce, do I? What if I just got grapevine stems? I looted them from a village. Okay. Let's see. How can I... We'll just swap it out with a stone brick stair. Why not? And pop that there. Pop that there. And stone brick stair repair. Okay. Let's clean up these leaves so that I can actually use these upper floors. Because I do want to actively use it. Thankfully the scythe does work like a hoe for item collection. Partially anyway. Of course I don't. Okay. Need to just add that mod later. Leave those. Just going to slap these down. Put the magic staff away. Cool. That's this kind of cleaned up. Okay, so apparently I messed up my keybinds a little. Good to know. Oh, that's just a tree that's... Okay. Not terrible. Just need to swap my casting button with my pick a block button. Should be fine. Okay. Okay. Don't know what I plan on doing with this right now. Most likely I'll keep it. Though an anvil, definitely taking that. Okay. Nice little balcony. Haven't actually explored much of this overall appearance outside of just clearing it. Okay, let's quickly just fix that. There we go. Not the most efficient storage room, but it should get the job done. We'll kind of just pop the hay bales in behind here. Make it look like it's just storing them. Because we just got in here. Quick cleanup. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep that how it is. How bad is it up here? No hidden chests. Let's just clean up this stuff. Get rid of the campfires up here in the this. Yeah, I don't really know what the design the creators were going for with this structure, but definitely works. Throw what I can into the chests. Yeah, I got nothing in my backpack. Yeah, so I need to avoid casting spells just because it is a pain. Good to know. Yeah, let's empty out the toolbox. Okay. So, the essential concept for this first little, well, the concept for this whole kind of thing is the character that is being played in terms of background and everything is a mage and like a techno mage type person who kind of dwelled into darker forms of magic in order to defeat an evil entity in their home realm before being banished to this place. They managed to stumble across this location and has been working on regaining their magical power while also fulfilling random tasks that appear. None of those have actually appeared yet. I'm thinking pretty much the idea is each if this actually if I can get the pack to work well, I'm going to build like a mailbox like right here or up against the building because this is going to be our main starter base type thing. Eventually turned into our arcane workshop once we build a actual like main hall for the city that we will just kind of live in. And pretty much I'm just gonna probably figure out a way of, should have a book and quill somewhere. Yeah, just a book and quill shows up in it with the daily like objective, which could be solve a food issue. Like, because the idea is I want to build an interconnecting world full of different kingdoms, nations, each with their own intertwined type things. Like maybe the Dwarven Kingdom has an issue with like another kingdom, or maybe they are allies with the Mage Kingdom here because they respect each other's like quote unquote technological skills. Because the Dwarven Kingdom is definitely going to be more steampunk aesthetic, more copper and metal based buildings, which is partially why create is a must in this, because really create farms in a dwarven city I think is just going to be a fun little challenge, making it fit the aesthetic while also making the farms partially effective. Like, this is a single player world. I don't need unga bunga uber levels of like materials like I would in a multiplayer setting that I need to supply other people with certain materials as a shop. Like, yeah, definitely gonna need a fair bit of like spruce and certain baseline blocks that I will be using for a baseline block choice, because yeah, I have a habit of using a lot of spruce, tough, and dark oak in builds, but considering it can fit almost any style, it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I want this birch thing gone. I don't know what it is. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, do I have easy villages? No. Though I do have that. So I would like to figure out how to get into that. But for now, let's head over here. Oh. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Because this is the village I found. Oh, bit of a lag. I already looted that ship. It had absolutely nothing. But I want to see what else we can get from this village. Because the idea is a lot of these villages are going to be kept. Let's take the land lecterns. We'll take the books. We can use those for ourselves later. Lapis and bread. Yeah, last time I was here, I didn't do much looting. Just because I was kind of just coming here to... Okay. I was just coming here to actively find a waystone to get home. Because I went on a little trip trying to find saplings. Not bad. This is the well, I assume, yeah. Like, I did loot a bit of the items around. Just never actually looted to the full extent. Though I do wish looter would actively make double chests be a thing. I mean, it's not terrible loot. Ooh, the dark cherry. Because I think I want to try to use the wines instead of potions for some stuff. So having access to the stuff for winemaking from Let's Do. Yeah. Okay. I'm hoping to maybe find some spell structures that I can loot so that I can get myself some actual better spells for when I do actually need to. Though, actually, I will take some of these melons. Because melons could actually be a useful source of food, or I think I can use them in some kind of spell crafting. No, what about glistening melons? Okay, I can use it in potions. Or I can use it in a food upgrade. Either way, not terrible. Ooh, blank ruin. Empty map. Yeah, I think this is like a... yeah, gold backpack. Okay, at least it wasn't a barrel. Barrels inside of barrels. Gotta love that logic. Hmm. An observer. Nice. Okay, I don't need that much more wheat. Yeah, I think this building here is maybe... no. Okay, so apparently these do have magical scrolls in them. Good to know. I'll take the bread. Emerald. So apparently these do have magic stuff in the top chest. Oh, that's the magical structure. Actually, I won't complain about scrolls. EMP pulse. Now, if only that actually did anything for me with how the spells are currently acting. Yeah. I think I was already in this building and looted it, but yeah. Oh, apparently I didn't loot it. Okay. Okay, so if I didn't realize these things had loot up in the top, I might not have looted. Like, I do like the improved villages, but at the same time, they become an absolute nightmare to navigate. Really? Well, you had nothing. I'm taking your anvil, grindstone, and smithing table. And your blast furnaces. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the curse of vanishing hoe. Ooh, that's a nice haul of arcane dust. Very fast, okay. Take the books. Yeah, no, you're not winning that fight. Take the books. Yeah, there's a chance I just did not loot a lot of these structures. I've got a random item to fill the inventory. Don't really know how effective any of these enchanting books are going to be, but you never know. Okay, let's head back home. When you're that used to having a double door, you end up forgetting. Yeah, let's put away anything that matches any of the existing stuff, I guess. Okay, I guess I can also just smack this out, pop that there, and throw all this away. Now comes the fun part of just tossing in anything that remotely matches. Yeah, I wish I had like a quick sort button that would just let me do this. Actually, pop these on top here. That'll deal with those. Definitely going to need to make a better storage at some point. For sure, for sure. God, we've been going 45 minutes and nothing has been done other than just basic issues. Yeah, because I don't want to do any real combat until I get my spell sorted out. Real fast. What other spells did I find? EMP Pulse, Oak Skin, and Cleanse. We also got Poison Immunity Ring. That will actively come in handy, most likely. So let's slap that into a ring slot. Damage reduction spells are not really going to be a good major thing. Hmm. Other than the fact, like, I can't aim with the thing, it's not a bad. It's. Mm, like, I don't like having to be in first person just to be able to use one of my mods. I'll be out of first person just to be able to use one of my mods. So I definitely will have to check that out and fix it. Hmm. If anybody knows how to fix this, like fix the issue of yeah, sadly they didn't have any wine bottles, bottles of wine that I could use. Though I did get a decent amount of wine making materials. So let's just grab a chunk of those. I also got some mangrove, which is pretty good because I can make a botany pot and grow some mangrove and other stuff in it. But I think a rule I'm going to make for stuff is I cannot automate it until I have a structure. So like if I wanted to automate iron, I need an iron mine. And I have to somehow incorporate the iron farm into the iron mine so that it looks good while functioning. I think that I think the only exception to that is going to be trees, because tree farms are going to be a pain. And I think I'm just going to build a sawmill and count that for any of the trees I need. Or I can do a single sawmill and limit it to one to a certain number of trees. That might be the play. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the play. Now let's grab the lectern. We're gonna use this to put right here. And we're just gonna put that in there for now. I'm gonna make that my rule book that I must like for a set of rules that I must follow in order to, because I want this world to be going as long as I can humanly get it. So I'm not gonna chunk load stuff. I'm gonna hope that me working in, say, in the areas of the buildings. So like if I build a farm here, if I want that farm running, I have to actively be here in the area working on it. I might make an exception for like the heavily necessary farms. Like I might well then again, we have chunk loaders, but they require quite a bit of material and a ghast. Yeah, and I don't want to go building farms in areas that don't make sense. Like this wizard, this mage kingdom don't make sense for a lot of the farms, other than like things to do with irons. Cinderous vault, bone vault. Are they new trial chamber things? Cool. Mithril ore. Raw mithril. Mithril scrap? Okay, we can turn arcane ingots into mithril scraps. And to make arcane ingots, it is gold, copper, or iron, and arcane dust. Arcane dust is divine pearls, cultists, archivoker, necromancer, echo. Dang. Neat. Okay, so pretty much any of these things. Okay, so divine pearls. Divine pearls, amethyst, and gold. So what could be done is we import gold from maybe the Dwarven Kingdom, which is going to be a lot of our metal type metal type mines, and amethyst. Amethyst, there has to be an easier way of making amethyst. Frying obsidian. Obsidian's not that hard to make because we just hunt obsidian. Obsidian gets made from magma blocks. Magma blocks gets made from blackstone and lava. So that would actually not be too hard. And I don't really want to use the seething option. So blackstone lava might be the option. Because that would be a basic just we hunt cobblestone into blackstone. Then we turn blackstone into that. But my issue is because of how the crushing, oh no, it's just a single, okay, cool. Flying obsidian gets us powdered obsidian, which can be made into powdered obsidian block, mixed into blazing shovel. Oh, it melts destroyed blocks. So I guess it does the same thing. Bones destruct entity. Oh, that could be useful. I could also just make train stuff. Or cinder essence, which can be made into pyrium ingot, which can then be made into a flame mage style thing, and a tyrant statue. Or we can smelt it down into ancient debris. cool. Definitely gonna have to check those out in the future, because I haven't checked out irons in a while, just due to some of the more just not having time to play the mod. So that is useful. The cows are definitely gonna have to go. My makeshift mind is there for just collecting basics. Actually, I think that's what I might do. I have that little bedroom type room up here. I might make this into a wine area. So we move all this stuff. Put the pot there. Put the storage thing there. Put the fermentation there. And we are just gonna pop a honestly, I don't know how I feel about these types of wine racks in terms of game anyway. Like, they look cool, but the block palette. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Because I know... Yeah, let's leap. Because this is just going to be a temporary little farm for the bit of wine. Grapes. So I don't really care too much about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll put a temporary, we'll just put 2 block gap. And a good thing is we can still walk through them. Like, this is just, it just looks nicer instead of just planting them back on the ground. Yeah, it definitely looks nicer. Because I seen a way of doing fields that I do want to try out in this area. It's kind of because I've been watching other other people's videos, like Stem, Bedstone, and Foxy, and I've seen how they've been doing some farms, and it's actually given me some ideas for how to do farms a bit. Mostly Stan, because he has been doing his Forever World. And the way he's been doing his fields lately, I like the idea. So I want to give that a shot, a similar try, an idea. Where it's kind of like, actually has like its own makeshift path of like path blocks, coarse dirt, kind of like acting as like a divide, like a actual path in the field itself, which I do like. Yeah, I made this just so that act kind of like a little kelp farm, because we have Create in the pack. We all know anybody who's played Create knows how much kelp you are gonna need for it. tried to make this look as nice of a... I do want to make a moss farm using up that moss block. Stole that from a random village when I was doing my expeditions and looking around. Because I want to... Because this place is going to need to have some food as the first established kingdom. So hopefully we can actively get it right. Like, so I won't be really sticking to one kingdom all the time. Like, so this is the map so far. We spawned pretty much over here-ish. I checked this area out. It was okay, but I saw there was like a structure here. Came over to check it out. Then noticed this. I haven't gone over here because I know what this is. It's a mini boss type structure. And without spells of my own, I do not stand a chance. So I might make a little like farming place here. This might be something, or it might just be a hill. But, oh. Huh. When this is a mines, I think. See, this is why I have a mini map, because I'm gonna miss this 9 times out of 10. Because I stopped at this village, got the moss. Before I go, I'm gonna refresh my tools. New pickaxe. Axe and shovel. And I'm gonna make a new scythe. Because, yeah, until my spells work, I can't really rely on them too much. So I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to put my spell books and stuff away. Do I just got a random empty barrel? Yes. So this here is going to go right right here. It's going to hold my spell book and my staff. At least until I get it fixed. My armor's not the best of it, so hopefully I don't get beaten up too badly. I'm gonna leave the iron golem alone. They are doing their job. They're protecting the village. Maybe not the best at their job, but they're doing their job. Yeah, so let's go grab that some dark oak, then go check out that structure on the mini map. That looks like a cave. Oh, hedgehog. Neat. Because I just need about 3-4 saplings. Well, actually, no. 4 saplings minimum. Hopefully enough to make a couple new trees. I know it's a long shot of this actually holding any kind of loot. Yeah. Oh, that is a very big cliff face. Well, other than the fact that it's like up against a river, it would be a pretty nice place for a dwarven entrance. But I don't think I want to do... If anything, I would like to find a valley-like thing. So when I say a valley-like thing, I mean mountains on either side. So similar to like kind of like a bit more like a sloping down, like on a bit more of an angle. Okay, that's 4 saplings. Let's see if I can get a few extras. So I can actually, well, we grow more than one. Honestly, 5 is not bad. Oh, 7, okay. Okay, that's 2 trees. That I can work with. And I believe actually onions. Don't have any of those yet. Got rose bush 2 for some red dye. And now let's head back to the village. Unless I somehow see spruce. Do turkeys drop anything? Oh, actual turkey. Ooh, are these just normal red grapes? I'm not gonna waste inventory space on those at the moment. Okay, so let's sleep here in the village. So that way we have daytime. And hopefully we don't... let's take this with us. Somewhere here there should be a boat. Yes. Because this is how I got here in the first place. Yeah, that is a very confused boat, I think. Okay, there it is there. I don't know exactly what this structure is. I know what that one is, and I don't want to really deal with that one. Entrance to a quarry. See, now I need a way up. So we're going to do this a little bit of a cheesy way. Huh. kind of disappointing. I guess I can take the andesite bars. I'll also grab the copper, I guess. I think I need to get the vein mining enchantment. Okay, now I understand. It's an underwater maze-like thing. I mean, the pufferfish I can probably use for something. Really? Is this all there is? Okay, no. Honestly, skull? Okay, that's decent. I will snag a bit of this prismarine stuff though. I do wish those bills had actual stuff in them though. I don't know in the future that there is actual okayish loot. That's a shipwreck over there. See, now there's a specific reason I don't want to go after that without magic. Is the boss at the top of that is also a mage. And it's constantly spawning pillagers in the basement, hidden basement area. There is a Vex spawner, and without AoE spells like Frost Breath or something like that that can deal with them as a group, I don't really want to go trying to deal with it. Okay, not terrible. Hopefully the items here are a bit better. Mending. Ooh, a treasure map. So I think this is sending me. Okay, sending me this way. I'm thinking that I just got really lucky. Oh, there's another one of those buildings. Yes, so it should be like right over here somewhere. Okay, so if I remember correctly, should be right on the X almost. Oh, this is a nice set of loot. Not enough diamonds to really do anything with, but enough that it's worth it. And then there's another building over here that I can check out and loot. Yeah, it's just another one of these buildings like what I've made my current base in. So the loot's not going to be the best. Oh, it has a spider cave as part of it. So I'm going to be a bit more particular on what I take from this place. Because luck potions, eh. Okay, eat some bread. And that's the first room kind of speed cleared. Take the bricks and string. Because I think I got a few of those in the thing. Let's throw anything I can into the bag. We'll equip my torches in the offhand so I can light the place up as I go. Like, I know for a fact I'm not getting anything useful out of these. I mean, they're not enchanted, and I really don't care about the dye, so every bit of armor helps, I guess. String, bricks. String and bricks. Give me my scythe back. Yeah, I'll take the bills. Or the pots. Could be useful and cool. Okay, so I know there's like a zombie up here that isn't much of a threat apparently. Last time I was in this structure, there was the zombies literally had axes, armor, all that. Oh, that. Ow, that. This is how I got my iron axe last time, too. Ooh, a saddle. Some iron. Ooh, that's actually some decent material. Potion of water breathing. Okay, I'll hold on to that. Oh. Don't need to have broken axe. Azalea, not bad. I don't need more potions of luck. Don't need random arrows. Don't need a sword. Don't need more of those. I would have got a King's Explorer's map. We'll take that enchanted apple though. And we'll for sure be taking the create components that I don't already have. Yeah, because this will help me repair the one back at my base. Well, I say repair the one back at my base, but don't need fish. That's a necromancer. Okay, so I'm gonna have to run, get in the boat, and get out. Okay. That was nowhere near planned. And yeah, probably should have set my spawn inside inside the building. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a mine shaft right there. Get me home, get me home. Because I'm hoping I have a gravestone mod or something enabled. Let's grab a new boat real quick. I don't have experience. I have a stone axe. Let's hope this has enough durability to kill a zombie. Good enough. Thankfully, I was smelting a chunk of copper. Okay, let's quickly make a... Now let's see what I can make with simply swords. Let's make a glaive. We make a great glaive. And now let's quickly head to where I died. And hope that we have a gravestone mod that keeps my stuff from despawning. Because I really don't want to have to worry about losing all that stuff. Because that will actively save me time going and getting brass just to make a couple crushing wheels. I don't need a random lever. I guess I can put a creeper head on. Yeah, I think that should be relatively fine. It's only gunpowder. My armor was lost, but whatever. I can easily make a bit more with the iron and stuff that I obtained. Okay, so let's kind of just get back home. And we will probably call the stream there because I think that's an hour and a half or so. Yeah, about an hour and a half. I think that's a good time for a first stream at least. Definitely plan on doing probably 2.5 hour normal, or try to going forward anyway. If we try to do streams, gonna try and do them semi regularly. I think I want to figure out the latency issue because I'm not happy with that. Because I don't want that. I don't want a delay like I've been getting. So let's put this stuff away. Real quick anyway. Grab the axe. Put the stuff away. Yeah. Put the half broken stuff. Extra glaive. Reorganize inventory. Then now we will just pretty much toss what we can in. I might upgrade my so I went with the scythe mostly for the sake of like it kind of fits that like dark dark mage vibe a bit more than other types of weaponry did. But if you have so these are some of the items I have as options besides the magic-y ones. I haven't been able to find any of the rare ones yet, and the ignium, chrysium, any of the cataclysm ones aren't really an option. What is that? Effects. So it's pretty much halberd, scythe, chakram, great axe, hammer. Hammer, I'm thinking dwarf, not easily. Rapier, katana, sai, spear, glaive, warglaive, cutlass, claymore, twin blade, and longsword, and then scythe, chakram, and halberd. I'm thinking the cutlass or the katana and rapier probably is going to be saved for the more the katana is going to be more of the samurai inspired, Japanese inspired area, just for samurai shenanigans and katanas. The rapier and cutlass probably going to be part of the pirate kingdoms thing, because I do want to do like a good few kingdoms. So if you have any suggestions or ideas for what can be done going forward, be it a kingdom, be it a building for the mage city, or even a recommend idea for a weapon, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. Also, give name suggestions for our doggo here. I believe, yes, I do have a name tag, so when we have one picked, we can name the dog. Now let's set out respawn point. This is new. Interesting. So is okay, I don't know what. White grape seeds. Interesting. Gonna have to look into that one to figure out what that caused that. Because that is pretty cool. But I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button to get notifications of future streams, video posts. Hoping to get back into this a bit more often. And hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next one. Yeah. Hope you all enjoyed.